Hey, 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 what's going on, We Book It fam? It's your boy Virgil back here again. We got part two of the Indy Corner dropping right now. But before we get into the rest of our episode with the amazing, wonderful, beautiful, talented Emily Saxton, we have to tell you one thing. First and foremost, thank you so much from the bottom of our heart for everybody that responded, everybody that tuned in to part one, all the overwhelming comments and everything everybody had to say. Your outreach, your output, what you had to say, and how you supported us and Emily means the world to all of us. Listen, Emily will definitely be back for another episode. But here is part two of Emily's episode. Independent pro wrestler, and you want to be on the Indy Corner to have your interview. Listen, we are taking bookings. We would love the opportunity to interview you. All you got to do is reach out to your boy Virgil right here below at godandme.mj@gmail.com. In the reason for the email bar, just make sure you type in there that you want interviewed on the Indie Corner. We are looking for guests to be a part of the Indie Corner. So make sure that you tune in and make sure that you join in and make sure that you're a part of what the movement is right here on the We Book It channel. Listen, I appreciate you guys so much. It means the world to me to have your support. Everybody that has liked, shared, followed, subscribed on all the platforms, guys. You can find us on Facebook. You can find us on YouTube. You can find us on Instagram. You can find us on TikTok. You can find us everywhere where there is content media being put out there. Also, guys, I just appreciate you for so much for tuning in and for watching. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It means the world. And now, without further ado, let's get back to our interview with Emily. All right, so you had to tell me, you gotta tell me, how did you end up on Mr. Beast games?
Yeah, so that's a great question. It happened. I was on my way out to Seattle with my family. We were going to Alaska, but we had to go to Seattle to get on the cruise ship to go to Alaska. And on the plane, I was just scrolling some Twitter through some mutuals I knew that worked at Mr. Beast, and basically, I just started seeing like the apply now just floating out there all throughout like social media. And I was like, huh, Beast Games. This sounds like fun. This sounds like it's going to be a big thing. So I was like, you know what? Might as well apply, whatever. Next day, get to the hotel room, or I'm in my hotel room, and I got an email back saying, hey, we'd love to know more real quick. So I had to send them a quick video about me, all this fun stuff. And then as soon as I got on the cruise ship, I found out that I officially was casted as like one of what would be 2,000 people for the pre-qualifying
Wow.
games. Yeah, for the qualifiers. So that video was like 2,000 people fight for $5 million. And so didn't know when exactly it was going to happen because this was like beginning of May of 2024. And next thing you know, we're getting into like the end of June. Like, hey, things are ramping up, like NDAs, all these things, all this, all that. You got to sign. And next thing you know, it's like the first week of July. Like, hey, next week you guys are gonna be flying out. You'll get your flight like a day or two beforehand. So it was like perfect. Got my flight info. Flew out to Las Vegas, which I have a feeling if I'm ever on one of the big TV companies one day for wrestling, with my luck being the biggest loser, especially spoiler alert, because I didn't win these games or go far in it, I'd probably be looking up at the lights.
Yep.
But I like to lose. Who doesn't, right? I shouldn't say that, but I like to lose because it's entertaining, it's fun, and I can be my heel persona in wrestling as a Karen there. So got flown out to Vegas, was staying at the Luxor, which is like known as a very, very haunted hotel. I was like, man, I just hope that like my room specifically isn't haunted. And thankfully I got put into like one of the newer towers that probably been there maybe 10, 20 years. But thankfully where I was staying wasn't the pyramid shaped building. So didn't feel haunted in that part. But you weren't allowed out of your rooms unless it was to go get food, which pretty much you had to go to the
Mm.
concourse section. So you couldn't go to the gym, couldn't go to the pool, couldn't go to the club, couldn't go to the casino, which, like I said, I am very good at losing. So I probably would have lost there because it was my second time ever in Vegas. So I was like, okay, you know what? I am content. I'll just do this, whatever. And at this time, too, I was drinking like 2 gallons of water a day, pretty much, because
Wow.
like before my weight loss surgery, now I'm like lucky if I'm able to get a gallon in a day at this moment, 6 months post op from that surgery. But it was one of those things where I was like, I was just chugging down water. And so all I did was like I would order my stuff either from DoorDash, go to the concourse, would walk a mile just pacing back and forth, like tracking on my Apple Watch in my room, just like, and these rooms aren't the biggest, but it's just like from going from the bathroom to the front door, turn around to the like window, and like do like this mini kind of loop, just trying to get my steps in, and have my laptops like do some work, watch whatever I wanted, and just kind of chilled. Kind of wish I brought like a PlayStation with me so I could have just gamed the whole entire time away.
For sure.
But all of a sudden, one night we get an email like, "Hey, tomorrow's the day. In the morning, you'll be dropped off a black bag to put over you and your blue jersey. Make sure the jersey's covered." And also at the same time, we had like these RFD wristbands that they could scan to check you into the games officially, and also check you out when you're eliminated. So I was like, okay, cool. So then we get down to like not the main lobby, but like a side entrance where we're all going to get loaded on the buses. We had to bring all of our stuff. And then they brought us to another hotel because all the contestants were staying at different hotels. So you had like 500 here, 500 here, through 4 different hotels. And so we got brought, I think it may have been resorts now that I'm thinking about it, but to a whole different casino/hotel. And we got put into staging, like all 2,000 of us. I was like, oh, damn, this is a lot of people. Sat at a random table, and everybody started talking about like introducing themselves, and it was one of those things where it was just like, I don't know anybody, so I'm gonna sit here, because like I had no clue where like one of my IRL friends that I also became friends with because of YouTube was sitting. So we just knew at some point we would try to find each other throughout the game, which thankfully we did. But we're sitting at this table, and like one person would say, "Hey, my name is so and such. I do this." Somebody would do this. One person was like, "Oh, I was an athlete." Wouldn't dive into what they did. They ended up playing in the NFL for like 2 seasons for a team I won't say. Won't say their name. Yeah, the only NFL touchdown they got was against the Philadelphia Eagles. So that was pretty cool, because as a Vikings fan, I hate Philadelphia sports, especially the Eagles, because they took our chance to go into the Super Bowl in 2017. All right, might have been almost 10 years ago, but still heartbroken about that one.
Clearly still holding on to that.
yeah, exactly. So then, one dude ended up, that was him. I was pretty much like, I do social media, YouTube, XYZ, also just started doing pro wrestling. And then the one dude like sitting next to me ended up working in some type of like role with talent, whether it's talent relations, HR, something for WWE. So made that connection, which was cool. And then eventually we all got moved from like this little staging area or big staging area, all with the black trash bags still on us, to Allegiant Stadium where the Las Vegas Raiders play. And that was cool because then, we were just sitting in the concourse, and one of the people that I met at the table kept trying to RKO me all the time throughout the whole entire games. I was still in there. I don't know if it was just like him hoping had he hit it that like he could just like make me take a face bump, somehow I get hurt, and then like that's one less person. It was like, hit people with RKOs and hit 1,900 people with an RKO, and then like you're the last final 100. So much easier to win like $5 million, right? Eventually,
your chances still aren't great though. Come on now, even with 100 people.
But if that depends, if you just kept RKO, hit more RKOs on people, right? So eventually, we got moved from the concourse downstairs, past the Raiders locker room, and onto the field. And they're getting shots of us walking, all these crazy walking shots. And then finally, Jimmy comes up. It's like him and his whole entire team on this giant podium type thing. I was like, man, this is really sick. There's also a lot of people here. Like, what the heck? Standing on the ground of an active NFL stadium in the middle of the summer. But this is where an NFL team plays. And Jimmy does his intro like 5-6 times to get the perfect one and just to have backup takes just in case. And then it was time for the games to finally begin. And so like walking out, you looked up, you saw like, man, these are giant boulders. There's like 4 or 5 of them, 10,000 pounds. Like, do we each got to try seeing if we can like pull that? Like, that's crazy. Wow. And so they put us into teams. I was Team Orange. We won and dominated that first game with the boulder. It was pretty much like the last team that doesn't cross the finish line is eliminated. So that's like 400 or 500 people right there, just gone right away. So I was like, oh, better be pulling, right? Pulled my fair
Mm-hmm.
share of weight, which, as you know, I'm the greatest loser. So everybody else can do all the pulling for me. I'm joking. I put in my fair share of work of like actually pulling this thing. And that was just crazy. We won. That was it for the night because it was going to take them for a while to get the next game set up. And then so you film at night, kind of sleep during the day, and then repeat. So the next game was I want to say it was the briefcase game. And this game was kind of like you look up to like the scoreboard sections throughout the stadium and
Mm-hmm.
they put like mines, right? But they showed red ones are bad. Don't go for those briefcases. Green is good. You want those ones.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, I want a green one. So me and some of the friends I had made on the show, this girl Amber and her dad Tim. They both run a great nonprofit called Stay Tuned for Vets for veterans, and I believe that's located out of Texas. Um, but we were all talking, strategizing, and like Tim's like, "All right, this section's probably our best section in the corner to run for this." So like, we're all like thinking like, "All right, you go for that one, you go for that one, you go for that one." As I'm going for mine, right? This one girl, one of the rules was you can't touch anybody, you can't interfere with somebody. They're about to tag it. Like you can't, whatever. Literally just hooks my arm, pulls my arm as I'm like this, about to touch it.
Oh,
And she
wow.
takes mine. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to get eliminated. Like I'm freaking out. And I just like look to my right. I'm like, there's some empties over there, but they might be red. They might be red. I might be screwed.
Mm-hmm.
Start sprinting. At the heaviest I've ever been, I ran like a cheetah. Like I was running. And I'm like, I need to go get a briefcase, land on one. And I'm just sitting there, I'm freaking out. Like, please, God, please, God, please. Like, let this be green, let this be safe. Because I only knew that section, that little like block where I was going to go for initially. And now I had to
Right.
kind of go towards the middle and all of this. And I'm like, I might be. And everybody there that was around me, they're like, you're good, don't worry, it's safe. That one is safe. I was like, I trust you all, but I don't trust you all because I just got screwed. And I didn't get screwed by my friends. It was just some complete random person in the games who I'm glad because I would have recognized them had they won or went on into the final like episode. I would have been
Ingrained in
so
your
mad.
brain, right?
I was furious because you weren't supposed to do that. That was against the rules. So,
Right.
anyways, uh, I'm like, well, I'm hoping this is it, whatever. And you see it in the wide shot when like Jimmy's like to everybody, like, open your briefcases. And you just see me collapse to the ground, crying because I was
Wow.
safe. I, the greatest loser, wasn't eliminated just yet. And so,
Boom.
yeah, so happy because in that moment, I was like, man, God, you got my back. I appreciate you. We're going to go on. We're going to win this $5 million and do great things and help some people get an indoor ring for GTS wrestling. All these plans I had. And then the next night, we played Capture the Flag.
Mm.
Virgil, I don't know if you know, but I, Emily Saxton, the disruptor, hate Capture the Flag. Can you guess why?
Probably because it was the game that you lost for the Beast Games and got you
Don't
out.
remind me that I lost, Virgil.
Okay, I just was simply just stating
Don't
what was
remind me
probably
that
the
I'm a
obvious.
loser like the Chicago Bears who won't win another Super Bowl like in the
Ouch.
80s.
Ouch. Ouch. That hurts. It
Anyways,
all hurts.
hey, at least you got to see your team win a Super Bowl. But,
Yeah.
but, but, I was helping people, like me and my group of friends had a great strategy where it was like, hey, we're going to help some people, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because how the game was played, like if you step over the red line, you're active. Now you have to grab a flag. So it was like waiting. It was almost like 1,000 people already had gone. There was only like 1,200 flags and 1,500 people. It's like, fuck, I need to go. And this one girl and I were like looking. She's like, hey, what one are you going for? It's like, I'm going for that one. I don't know why I said that. I guess she thought I would be easy to beat. And she was like, don't worry,
Wow.
I'm going for that one, 10 yards right behind. Shook my hand. I was like, cool. I don't trust handshakes anymore. She took mine. She literally ran right for mine and eliminated me. And I was like, still running. I'm like, you bitch, as I'm running right past her. And I'm going for this last one, 10 yards out. And I just got beat running by somebody. So I just slid on both my knees. And two of the people I made friends with, the dude who kept trying to RKO me and the guy who played in the NFL. They came out because they went earlier. They were like the first like 100 people to make it. And I was like, man, y'all lucky can run faster than me because like I wish I could run fast. I wish I had speed, but instead I had an extra 100 pounds that was just slowing me down.
Wow.
So that's partially my fault. But they came out with their flags, hugged me, and they're like, dang, whatever. And I was like, what are you guys' Instagrams? So like I can follow you as soon as I get back to the hotel. So I got their socials, which was cool. And then from there, as I'm like hugging them, whatever, Jimmy Beast comes over and I was like, Emily, what happened? And I was like, Jimmy, you can't trust anyone, crying. I wish they had this footage because I reached out to some of my connections at Beast, and like knowing where I was eliminated and what flags, it would have been easy to like kind of go through, but they had a crazy amount of footage, a word I've never heard before. Like I know there's megabytes, gigabytes, terabytes, but it just goes on. Like there's like my mind was blown how much footage they had still just from Vegas to qualifying games. And you know, there's all this footage, and that would have been a great thumbnail because like, you know, YouTuber mindset. Great for marketing right there. Me bawling, Jimmy hugging me, and tell him like, you can't trust anybody, Jimmy. Da 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 da.
Don't
And
trust anyone, Jimmy.
yeah, and for people that are like, how does Jimmy know your name? Jimmy and I followed each other back in 2017. I once said it, not once. Well, once I said his name 100,000 times. Another time on a live stream, I did it 50,000 times. Just because I was bored on a live stream. And the first time is how I got the Twitter follow in 2017, just because of the grind. And I remember one of the things he said in the comments or in like the live chat, I bet you can't do it in one sitting. It took me like 20 something hours, just like Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast, Mr. Beast. Never again.
That is insane.
Those days, yeah, those days are behind me.
You know what's crazy?
So,
as hard as that might have been, it almost sounds like it's easier to be a pro wrestler than do all that.
Well, so yeah, so I took a nasty slide, right? Like I just threw myself, slid on both knees, and I get through the back, and the first thing I'm asked is, "Are you okay? We saw you took a nasty fall out there." I'm like, "Am I okay?" Yeah, I fall for fun. Besides that moment, I was just like, "Screw it, I'm gonna just slide on my knees, like kind of like a double slide, and I'm still like vertical." I was like, I fall for fun. Like I just kind of do pro wrestling now, so like I'm okay with falling. And so they're like, okay, I'm getting ready to get processed to leave too. And yeah, don't get me wrong, pro wrestling is easier than competing against 2,000 people because that's a little bit more controllable of an outcome for me to win, unless it's October 23rd. But
or unless you're in Vegas, because clearly you ain't winning nothing in Vegas.
Yeah, or in Vegas, correct? Yes, because those are the October 23rd in Las Vegas. So as I'm going to go through the go ahead.
So if they ever try to book you for a match on October 23rd in Las Vegas, you got to turn down the match. You have to.
No, because who knows? Maybe I could finally go over, or like my luck in Vegas changes because now you're taking October 23rd, the day I lost a title in front of 300 people, but that's the character, right? Like that's the character. Like, damn it! In real life, October 23rd is like one of the greatest days of my life because, like I said in the first half of this podcast, I got to put my best friend over, help her make history, and be the one on the opposite side of that history. You know, it's like when you think about who so-and-so pinned to become world champ or whatever, they had to pin somebody else to make that history happen. So I was that person that gladly took that pin, took an X factor after I hit myself in the head with the chair. I like to blame John Cena for that one because the chair just came out of nowhere, hit me in the head. But
or it might have bounced off the ropes, maybe.
Totally John Cena. You could play the clip if you want to, but that was totally John Cena. But you know, if it's on October 23rd in Las Vegas, where Vegas I tend to lose a lot, maybe you take two negatives, one from real life with Vegas and one from the wrestling aspect, put them together, and then two negatives equal a positive. So maybe if I ever make it to TV for wrestling, a major championship, major win, a debut, who knows? But as I got eliminated, I'm going through the back and I'm getting processed, whatever. This guy who looks like Santa Claus was like, "Do you want to stay or do you want to go home?" I'm like, "Fucking, of course I would want to stay." He's like, "All right." Got me continued to process. I had to do an exit interview, got a little food, say goodbye to some friends, and then they were like, "When you're ready, you stand over here." So I'm watching all these people leave, and I'm put over here with like 10, 15 other people. It's like, this is
Mm-hmm.
weird. And then eventually, like all those people, a couple hundred people are gone. That are processed, checked out, whatever. I'm put over here. I'm like, this is weird. They scan my RFD thing again, and like, congrats. If we don't have enough people, y'all are going back into the games tonight.
Wow.
And if we do have enough, we put on your RFDs in the system to contact you for reserves. Like I have the reserve email, so like all of that showing that like I was put into reserves. So had not enough people been able to make it to the actual like final show, or to like the Toronto portion, like a few weeks later, I would have been one of the people called back. Unfortunately, it never got to my number on the list, which is what it is, especially because it turned out it was for $10 million at the very end. Um,
Emily, oh my gosh,
I
10
know, I know.
million
10
m-
smackaroons.
million dollars. Oh my goodness. Oh,
Yeah. So that happened. And, you know, I had a feeling that it may have happened, may wouldn't happen. But I was packed. I was ready, as Matt
yeah,
Cardona always says. The
always ready.
husband of my favorite wrestler, Chelsea Green, always says, "Always ready." And in that case, I was ready. I just didn't get the call, so it was what it was. Didn't get to go to Toronto. I mean, who would want to go to that disgusting city? There's way better cities in Canada. I'm just saying.
Hmm.
Like I've been closer to Vancouver. Like that whole entire area is so much nicer. Visited really quickly though on a cruise from Alaska coming back. We were only there for a few hours, but got to walk around in a nice neighborhood, stopped at a little cafe, got some coffee, stopped at this like nice little like walking park, whatever. And yeah, so much better than that disgusting city, Toronto, I would have had to go to. Man, I'm gonna get so much heat from people in Toronto, like CVV,
So much heat. So
if
much
I
heat.
ever get interviewed by him one day. Um,
Right?
he's gonna be like, "What's the beef with Toronto?" I'll be like, "I didn't get to go to Beast games. That's my beef."
Right.
Um, but it all works out because eventually, like 2 months later, I had to get over the depression of losing, which is a very common thing. $5 million, and then it hit me again in December last year when it turned out it was $10 million. I found out watching the final few episodes. I'm like, no. But at the end of the day, I got to go back to wrestling, focus on myself, and here I am now, just getting to do a lot of cool shit. That was some cool shit there, and like around the same time, a few weeks later, I got verified on Snapchat. Like Snapchat reached out, they're like, "Hey, we know you have a few thousand followers here, but we see you on all these other platforms. Would you like the Snapchat check mark?" I'm like, yes, right? Like who wouldn't?
Hmm.
And yeah, just since then, like a lot of good has happened. And maybe that's how the universe was supposed to play out. Because like I have this weird gut feeling, like I know eventually one day I am gonna have that type of money. It's not
Hmm.
now, wasn't then, not now, but I know one day. And I feel like that's
Yeah.
just the universe's plans. Like, here's these little teases. You just gotta
Yeah.
keep losing. I'm
You
like,
get those
okay,
glimpses.
I'll
Yep, yep. You almost get those glimpses of wins, but when the big win happens, I mean, it's going to be a resounding win. And Emily, I will tell you from this, from your hard work, from your passion, from what I see you doing on social media, how I see you growing, like that big win is like coming. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I feel that too for you, and I'm just excited that to be able to say, hey, I know Emily Saxton now, like that's for real, and I will be the one to be able to say I was one of her first podcast interviews before she made it big, and like I said, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, like so, all the rest of you
I
can suck it
appreciate it.
because she gave me a great interview.
Oh, we're not done. I got a few more things I want to get off my chest. A little CM Punk
Absolutely.
reference there. Um, Earlier in the first half, because I know you said you were probably splitting these episodes into two or maybe
Mhm.
one, we were talking about like opportunities. So I want to go back to some about when I was training over the summer with being trained by Tony Cini and training with Francesca Cini, my tag partner, Mark the Shark, Garofalo, Ice T. Curtis. And during this time, it was a Friday night because that's usually when we were trained. We would tape Thursdays, which we still do. We would train Fridays. We don't train outside anymore because it's kind of cold to train at the GTS ring. And
I
then
believe it.
that Saturday, there was a show for Titan Championship Wrestling here. And it was one of those opportunities where Tony was like, hey, would you like to come help out with ring crew? We can always use the extra hands. I was like, yeah, of course. Like, I would love to like actually learn how to set up the ring. So then come October 23rd, I can help set up the ring and know what I'm
Hmm.
doing when it comes to the ring stuff. And that was just one small opportunity that led to me then doing another opportunity of a ring setup. We had there was another show, like I want to say like a few weeks later. It was a private show and I helped out with the ring crew. I think there was one other thing in between, but I know I helped out with the ring crew like a few different times. Then we had a training on a Friday night where we put together the brewery show to get
Hmm.
ready to go into it, just so like she can memorize it, I can memorize it, and we can make a really good match, make some moments, get some viral moments out of it, which you've probably seen. There's been some viral clips from that match itself, especially between Instagram and Facebook.
Hmm.
And I think we have like the most outside of Maven covering Grimm's match. I think like we have some of the most viral stuff on the internet from the brewery, which is so cool. um, Tony was like, "Hey, we got the setup later tonight after training for Titan. Would you like to come help out?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." So they were running a private show the very next day, but they got the building the night before, so they were able to do setup. And me and Tony just started rolling around, going through the match that me and Fran would eventually do. And because of that, him doing that, one of the promoters, one of the main like two people was there. Charlie was talking about like, I think I might give her a shot one day. Well, the very next day, two people unfortunately had to pull out. And so I'm like sleeping in. It's like 8:39 in the morning. I'm like, it's a Saturday. I'm gonna try to get my sleep. I was gonna go watch my friends though later wrestle. And
Hmm.
I got a phone call from them. They're like, hey, two people pulled out. Do you want to like work a match with Fran? I was like, oh my gosh, yes. So this was the first opportunity after helping out doing ring crew and just, saying yes
Hmm.
to things. And that's one of the things that I love about when I listen to podcasts and things that Chelsea does, the importance of just saying yes, whether you're going to look like a fool and you're going to lose or do a comedy thing or whatever it may be, just say yes because you don't know where there's opportunities of yeses will get you. So that Saturday morning, get a phone call from both Francesca and Tony. They're like, "Hey, would you like to work Fran today?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh, yes!" Yeah, I can get my gear ready. It's always packed up, clean, ready to go. Like I'll be there. And so we got to have a small little match. And I'm still training. I'm still like trying to improve because I've started taking this more seriously. So from March and so I've only worked 4 matches on the Indy. So this would have been my second Indies match technically, but it was for a private event for special needs adults and kids. And I was like,
Nice.
yeah, of course, I would love to like go and do this and help put on a good show. And I got the opportunity. We worked the match, and the guy Charlie was like, I love what I saw, kid. I'm gonna give you a chance next week. And he's like, just work on your strikes, right? I was like, will do. My strikes are still something I'm working on, right?
Hmm.
Uh, that's why I kind of just throw the forearms more. Uh, I just try to work a little bit bigger based off my size, which eventually I'm gonna get my strikes down. It's just practice because like the less than a year, the last year is when I really started taking this seriously, and a lot of me doing well has been because of my coach Tony Cini. And I got that opportunity. I worked my first ever official on the books match for Titan Championship Wrestling in Hoboken, New Jersey, at Titan Championship Revolution, which was really
Mm.
cool. And I was answering Francesca Chini's open challenge. As we talked about before, in real life, Fran is my best friend. And so I was like, oh, cool. I get to make my debut for this very promotion right here in
Yeah.
person against my best friend. And
That had
I
to be a
remember
moment.
like, yeah, and she put together the whole entire match. It was so much fun. I remember like, we did a quick walkthrough through it, and I was going through it in my head. And then I was like, oh gosh, like, okay, this is my second ever indie match because my first ever one was against Grim, who originally kind of taught me some things for the YouTube video. And it was up at what's known as the Mecca here in New Jersey, in Ridgefield Park, New Jersey. And he just wanted to do Finisher Fest. And so my two finishers were the spear and what I call the price adjustment, aka the attitude adjustment. And so just kind of did a few of those, quite a few of those, took a few of his finishes, and we got some of the sounds, and we co-main evented a show with Journey Fatu from the Bloodline, which was cool because he was in the main event, which was like a huge tag match. And so that was my first ever indie show. That had the private show, which was my second. So this is my third, my official Titan debut. And I remember before the show, Tony was giving me advice on like the entrance and what to do and how to do. And they got some like really good photos in the video clip I love because I'm a heel. And it's like, ew, Hoboken, out of all the places Emily Saxton, have to debut, Hoboken. So like now I just blame my Titan debut loss on having to wrestle in the stink ass city known as Hoboken, New Jersey, even though it's actually a really good city. It's a really nice city. Just don't tell them that. So like, you know, going out there and, you know, doing the entrance and Hoboken sucks and the booze. I'm like, oh, I love this. I had a great match.
Yep.
And then, you know, we got to the brewery show, which was my fourth ever live match. But Titan Championship Wrestling, I've gotten to work a few matches for them. I have some things may coming up. I don't want to spoil it, but you never know who may just appear on January 24th, 2026 at the Berkeley Little League Volunteer Community Center for Titan Championship Wrestling Monsoon. It's the 6th anniversary since Titan started. You don't know. I might just appear. One match just genuinely, just might. One match I will say out of character-wise that I am looking forward to is my coach and my best friend's match. Tony Cini and Francesca Cini both are now the face of the company. Both of them are the champions. I'm so happy for them as they take on Joey Conway and Emily LeVay in a mixed tag team match. We got the official flyer right here. I had to get this one for my car. With it snowing in New Jersey today, I had to go meet the one promoter, Charlie, to pick up some flyers because all throughout this week, it's all about earning opportunities, right? I'm going to go keep earning my place. I'm going to go flyer around in the local. But we got the official poster right here, that one of the few posters that will be hanging up sometime throughout the next couple of days for Titan Championship Monsoon. And like I said, you never know who might just appear. Maybe Emily Saxton, will show up. But yeah,
get another match in.
Who says it has to be a match? Just go out there and mess some people up, you know?
There you go.
Or go demand a match. You never know, right? Like,
never know.
Yeah, like I'm Emily Saxton. I can have whatever happens because whatever. What's that?
You just go and did you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
I was gonna say, when you're a heel and you're a Karen, I mean, you could just kind of demand stuff and bitch until you get what you want, right?
Exactly. And because, you know, I had my great debut in October, and I lost because of the city of Hoboken, I had to go watch the greatest Mount Olympus of all time for Titan Championship Wrestling, which they had their Rumble. They had all these other matches. You want to know who wasn't a part of the show?
Who wasn't? What? They can't possibly do a show without Emily Saxton.
I know. But you want to know who helped broke the ring down that night, though?
Who broke the ring down?
I helped.
Oh.
But it's okay. It's okay. I will speak to management, and who knows, maybe on the 24th, I might just show up in some capacity.
You don't want to say. I think that the show would be so much better with Emily Saxton name in bright lights a part of the show.
I think any wrestling show would be much better with Emily Saxton on it. Whether it's, you know, TNA, AEW, WWE, any promotion. Yes, I'm still like learning some things, but like, you know, this may be a cup of prime, but man, I could fill this whole entire cup 5 times. Because I'm Emily Saxton and I can entertain and be a character. No, but you know, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great show. They have a lot of great matches. If you're not following Titan Championship Wrestling on social media, highly recommend it. It's a great promotion here in New Jersey. And once again, it's one of those things because of just saying yes to an opportunity that was presented to me by my coach, Tony Cini, has led to some great things. I'm looking forward to it. And, just that whole entire mentality, he's helped introduce me to some other people, which might lead to some other opportunities for other promotions that I'm going to be helping out with Ring Crew, because I want to earn my way. I want to earn my spots. And yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to watching my coach and my best friend have a great match. I'm looking forward to all the other great matches. I'm going to be in the building in some capacity. So you're going to have to
Hmm.
find out or watch it on IWTV when it comes out.
Absolutely. There, how can they follow Emily Saxton?
Oh my gosh, how they can follow me. Do I want to say it as a nice person or be the heel? Fuck it. Just type my name in. You can find me literally anywhere on any social media platform, because I don't know if you know this, guys, but I know how to market myself. And that's probably because I was a YouTuber beforehand. And so, like, I knew how to grow on social media and still do it. Lately, been going super viral between Facebook and Instagram. Um, but no, all right, we'll drop the heel portion. But yeah, no, just it's Emily Saxon on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat. I'm Emily Saxon on TikTok. A lot of the places where you can see the blue check mark, you'll see me. Snapchat, I got the Snap Star. It was great, earning my check marks before like Elon Musk took them away and made people pay for them. So uh, thanks, Elon. But you
Yeah.
guys can find me. I have a quite a decent following, and yeah, just even you can follow me on Snapchat. I'm always posting to the stories, posting content to Spotlight. Like I said, if you're not posting on social media, especially if you're a wrestler and you want to end up having that breakthrough in this industry, post. Like, I know I'm early in my journey, but post, because the more eyes you get on you now, the more eyes there's going
Hmm.
to be on you in a year from now, 2 years from now. And you never know who's watching. Like,
Hmm.
you never know. I remember one day randomly a few years ago, I posted a quick like workout clip of me, and somehow, some way, it appeared on Charlotte Flair's Instagram feed, and she liked
Wow.
it. Yeah,
Wow.
and then she responded a clapping emoji to one of my stories. Doesn't follow me yet, will eventually.
Hmm.
But like, you never know the power of social media and the people who will see you. So like, just you can find me under my name, just like how you can find this wonderful podcast anywhere where it's called We Book It. Highly recommend following them. And if you're a wrestler, reach out to them, see how you can get on this show. It's been a great conversation here having with Virgil. I've had a great time, besides the fact he's a Chicago Bears fan and I'm a Minnesota Vikings fan. So I can put the differences aside. I know I
Yes.
can.
And do the show.
And do the show. And, while I am still the greatest one half of the GTS Tag Team Champions until Christmas Chaos, and anything can happen, but just put yourself out there, because the more you do it, the better. Like, I even have a group chat on Instagram with some of my closest friends in the wrestling world, where I just send them trends happening right now on Instagram. Like, yo, use this sound effect, use this type of caption, or like get creative, or like pull a different caption, yoink and twist it, and then like put wrestling clips to it or whatever, and things will pop off. And one of them did it, and it didn't pop off fully on Instagram, got a couple thousand views, but like 20, 30,000 views on TikTok. And it made me so happy, because it's
Yep.
like you're following these trends, and these are what's going to put you out there. And if you
Yep.
use your wrestling clips to it, even smarter way to market yourself.
Absolutely. Emily, I can tell you right now that from my standpoint, my point of view, you got to come back. You got to talk more. We got to have you back again to do more of this. Like I said, I don't want this to be a one-time thing. Hopefully it's not a one-time thing, because ma'am, you are going places and us small
I
folk want to
appreciate
keep
that.
in
Thank you.
touch. So
Hey,
uh
maybe if everything at Christmas Chaos goes like my way, and even my tag partner's way, if we somehow, some way, by the grace of God, pick a present and still tag champs, maybe after Christmas Chaos, be right back on to celebrate.
oh my gosh, have both of you guys on at the same time? Maybe get your tag partner on too.
Mark can have his moment. Mark can have his own moment. I love you, my good
That's
friend
fair.
Mark.
All right. Well, listen, guys, we appreciate you so much for tuning in to this episode of the We Book It podcast. This is your Indie Corner. And listen, we're going to do this every single month, spotlighting, highlighting different indie wrestlers, independent wrestlers that are out there busting their ass on the grind, giving them their flowers and allowing them opportunity and a space to tell their story about how they started, where they're at, and where they see their future going. So make sure that you guys like, share, follow, subscribe, and also message us and comment below and let us know different indie wrestlers that we ought to interview. I'm down to interview whomever. Listen, me and Emily gonna see each other on the way to the top because we're both headed places. And I appreciate you once again, Emily. Thank you so much for gracing us with your presence on this
Thank you
episode.
for having me.
Cannot wait to have you back again. Until next time, y'all, like I always say, keep those booking pencils sharp. Keep on booking.